Well, criminologist Professor David Wilson is here to tell us more. I mean, I'm into it. I'm obsessed. Why are we all so compelled to be watching these sort of shows?
I'm sorry, I'm always the one that brings the mood down. You've got Cynthia Erivo, you've got Teapots.
Don't worry.
And here I am discussing this incredible series about Ed Gein, a double murderer, not a serial killer. And, of course, it is about the extremes of human psychology because he desecrates graves to make a suit out of the skin of women. So I think we're fascinated by these kinds of things because so often people want to know why.
Yeah.
We might say this is true horror rather than true crime, but it is dealing with a real person who behaved in quite an extraordinary way. And I think people like to look at these kinds of extreme behaviours because they want themselves to know that they are different from what it is that they see. And they also want to know, if this is happening, what can we do to stop it?
Yeah.
Do you know, it's rare for you, David, because normally when we get you on, and you're quite quick to call out a show if you don't like it or if you don't think it's authentic. So I just thought, God, it's quite odd for you to go, it's fantastic, it's a great series. So what is it about this series you like so much?
And thank you for saying that. I mean, I've read all the negative criticism. I know people will find some of this a hard watch. But this is a series that's actually holding a mirror up to society and saying, you know, why are you so fascinated with this? The best test I can say, the best reflection I can say is that this is more like Bret Easton Ellis's American Psycho.
Right.
And it's saying to us, you know, why are you so obsessed with this? Because obviously it's going to look forward. It's going to look forward to Psycho. It's going to look forward to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
It's going to look forward to Buffalo Bill in the Silence of the Lambs. And one of the things that Charlie Hunnam, who plays Ed Gein in the series, does is he'll often break the fourth wall. And in that trailer, which was played to Pet Shop Boys' It's a Sin, he turns to camera, breaks the fourth wall, and says, "It's you who can't look away." And I just thought, what an amazing take, because what this series is actually doing is saying,
look at yourself.
Why are you so obsessed with this kind of material?
Let's look at a clip of that, actually, because it's so good. Let's take a look.
You're the one can't look away.
I mean, you don't normally see that, do you? I mean, I think it's 12.2 million people tuned into it. Mainly female. Why?
Well, and as you both know, I'm on tour and I get asked questions about this series all the time by the audiences, and probably 4 out of 5 of the people that are turning up to watch me are also female. And I try to say that this is an evolutionary psychological adaptation because so often it's women who are worried about being the victims of crime. Interestingly, it's usually men who are the victims of lethal violence, but men tend to think, oh, that won't happen to me. So women want to know, you know, well, what is it that causes violent crime? How can I predict who I might be in danger from? And therefore, it's natural that they would want to understand situations in which crime would occur. And I think it's genuinely one of the things that we can see. It's so widespread that, you know, this has to have been built into our DNA. This is the way that people are able to have survived for as long as they have.
Just as well, like, in terms of holding up that mirror, because we're all the same species, right? So there's that notion of what would it take for someone to want to do that sort of thing? Is it nature? Is it nurture? Is it a psychological imbalance?
And again, the Gein story is almost a perfect paradigm of, is this in his nature or is this because of how he was raised, how he was nurtured? Does he have free will or is he has he been propelled to behave in a particular way?
In your experience, do you think, is that just a case-by-case basis with...
Well, I mean, I always answer that question. I think I'm in the A-level psychology textbook on this, that it is neither one thing nor the other. It's neither nature nor nurture, but a messy combination of the two that's unique to that individual.
Yeah.
In relation to this series, of course, Ed Gein had an older brother, Henry Gein. So, of course, he was brought up, he was nurtured in the same environment, but he doesn't go on to behave as Ed Gein does.
Yeah.
And so there's something about how Gein was nurtured by his mother that propels him to take a particular course of action. There are some things about the series, because as you know, you very kindly, Dermot, raised the fact that I'm usually critical of this. It is a hard watch, and there are some things in the series which aren't necessarily true. I mean, there is, for example, an implication that he kills Henry Gein. There's no evidence to prove this. There's a woman, a female character in the series called Adeline Watkins, which implies that they had a relationship. That is not true. And the thing that's surprising of all is that Ed Gein was part of the Plainfield community in Wisconsin. He babysat kids.
Yes.
And there is a scene in which he terrifies the kids he's babysitting. No, that's again invented. Nobody in that community ever complained about Ed Gein babysitting for their children.
David, do you think our obsession with these sort of crime series, is it dangerous to us, do you think?
No, I think it's perfect. It's not just normal, it's actually necessary. If we understand the circumstances in which crime will occur, we can take action. We can get our politicians, you know, why are some communities prone to so much crime and others are crime-free?
Yeah.
If we know that serial killers, Gein wasn't a serial killer, but if we know that serial killers only target from within 5 groups of people, gay men, women over the age of 60 and sex workers, then we can do something in our public policy to change the circumstances in which those people are vulnerable to attack. And therefore, it's not that we're desensitized. It's not that this kind of obsession is just a zeitgeist thing. It is something that's built into us, and it's not just normal to be interested in that. For me, it's about people taking action and doing something to overcome the circumstances in which people will fall victim to crime.
It's funny though, isn't it? Like, there's something so intoxicating about crime. I remember when I was a kid, and it would be everything. It would be from Murder, She Wrote, through to Magnum P.I., through to, God forbid, Crime Watch. If my parents were out when Crime Watch was on, I used to run around the house and shut all the windows and all the doors because it was terrible. You know,
it's real.
Yeah,
and I think that
his sister is a very good criminologist.
Yeah. Sister's a criminologist. That hasn't helped. But it's I don't know. Maybe as a nation, as a world, we are so.
Well, and the other thing to remember is that we're
we?
talking about some true horror here. We're talking about true crime in relation to the Gein story. But there's cozy crime.
Yeah.
There are puzzle crimes, and of course we're obsessed with the Thursday Murder Club.
Yeah.
We're obsessed with Blue Lights, the police procedural.
Brilliant.
And of course, those have a happy ending, don't they? They have a happy ending. There's always a resolution. And so that kind of crime story, that kind of crime drama, has a very different impact than, say, Monster will on Netflix. But, you know, I can only say that every single night I've been on tour, people are asking about this series. There is something about this series that's just caught the moment that people want to discuss it.
So interesting.
Brilliant.
Well, it's on Netflix right now.
Thanks,
it's the Ed Gein or Gein?
Gein, I think.
It's the Ed Gein story. It's on Netflix now.
Thanks, David.
Thank you, David.
I'm sorry for bringing the...
Also, David,
so interesting.
Well done on the tour. What, couple more days left?
Oh, Cambridge Arts tonight, and I finish on Wednesday in London at King's College Theatre.
Brilliant, mate.
Amazing.
Well done. Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.